chat to you about what's going on as far as the world of sports is concerned. Here's Mark in Maryland, and he aboard. Mark, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
Hey, Chris. Hey, I'll just say what the other guy said before me. I like Torrey, too, at that 1 o'clock hour. It's good. It's a good show.
I give him credit.
Yeah,
I mean, and nobody gives Torrey any credit. They're always looking to get somebody else in. Sometimes you leave well enough alone, you're better off. And he's been there for a year now. And he's done a better job than people want to get. I agree with you. I like to make fun of him, but he knows what I feel of him. He's done a good job with that show, and he doesn't. He's not sexy. So, and Sirius at times likes the sex appeal more than I like I like the style more than the substance. And Torrey's not style. But I think you're right. I think the audience has got a little sense of him. I agree with you on that. Go ahead. Next.
Over to this baseball. You said there are 8 teams you think it's got a shot at I'm trying to figure out who the 8th
Well, listen, I'm only going to say 8 because you got to put an 8th team in there because, let's face it, 10 teams make the playoffs. So you got to have an 8th. After there's 8 teams that will start the playoffs of the divisional series where they're 11 games away. So you have to have an 8th team. You can lay off the wild card team like a Twins, but you got to have if there's 8 teams that begin a divisional round, you got to have an 8th one. But the Yankees, Red Sox, Nationals, Dodgers, Indians are 5, Cubs are 6, Astros are 7. Now, you can pick amongst a team in the NL West. You can pick, you want to take a run at the Angels, I guess. You want to take the Brewers or the Cardinals. You want to take a run at a team like the Mets. A team like that, take another run at somebody else because somebody else is going to be sitting there in a divisional series against somebody where they can win it. So you have to have an 8th team. I don't know who that 8th team is, though. It's wide open.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's getting more like the NBA. There's fewer and fewer teams that are, got a legitimate shot of winning. It's not as bad as the NBA because they only got like 2 or 3 at this point. But I mean, if you're a fan of the Marlins and the Rays, I mean, how do you even go to a game?
You got a lot of teams like that right now that you're in big trouble with. Reds, Pirates, Marlins, Rays, Atlanta to a certain degree. There's a lot of those teams. Oakland. There's a lot of these teams that are tough. Nick in Pensacola, Florida, Mad Dog Unleashed. Nicky, good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. I've been ready to watch some college basketball tonight, and there's a hat trick for Steve Torrey. There you go. Yeah.
Well, he's got Louisville Duke at 9 o'clock. He's got the Syracuse North Carolina game at 7 o'clock, and then he's got Michigan Penn State. So he's got 3 big games.
Teams that are trying to get in, and teams are trying to get into position. But really quick, I got the answer for you about this. All these things that are going on with Shaun White and Lindsey Vonn, the rest of these sports in the Olympics. It's an exhibition that they turned into a competition. If you have judges, it's all subjective. Ask Roy Jones 30 years ago what happened to him in the Olympics. That's what happens. It's an exhibition. They turn into a competition. Plain and simple. You're absolutely right.
Well, it's been that way forever, though. They had all these other the gymnasts. There's no clock, so as a result, gymnastics and ice skating and all these things. It's all evaluation with judges. Again, the U.S. has not done well. It's not a desirable location. I don't think anybody desires to go to South Korea. It's not it's not Paris. It's not London. It's not Norway that has a real wintry feel to it. I mean, I know the 14-hour time difference. I don't know. I can't. I've had trouble. I really have. I've tried to give it a shot. I'll probably watch a little bit over the weekend, the next 4 or 5 days, but I've had trouble. Good to have Colin Schmeling back after he was ill. Good to have him back aboard. And Eddie Erickson, of course, hung in there. We will see you tomorrow at 3. Adios.